Leads the point. Here's Jake Sanderson. Sanderson back to the veteran Giroux. Giroux over to Sanderson. Still no shot here. Here's the one-timer, and it's a goal from Drake Batherson.
Throw it around, but what you need to get is movement to try and open up seams, and that seam opens up as Cernak can't get out in time to front the shot from Batherson. Giroux puts it on his tape, and Batherson wastes no time getting it off of his for a 1-0 Senators lead. Ottawa not wasting a lot of time getting it done. A little more of a struggle here, 5-on-4.
Giroux to Perron, who walks through, backhand shot. Vasilevsky to save.
Had quite a tilt on Monday, Thanksgiving Day, when he had his 2 goals to tie a career high. Had a tussle in that one as well.
Here's Jake Guentzel. One-timer from Kucherov, denied by Forsberg. And now the puck comes out. As J.J. Moser's on the ice. A chance for Ottawa. Tkachuk, quick shot. And now a pass out front.
Goes to the sideboards to knock Kucherov off the puck and eventually get it clear.
Edmund moving up, winds up, fires, and a save from Forsberg, no rebound.
When he was a kid in Sarnia, drafted right into the NHL, and now member of the Nashville Predators.
There's a chance in front, and Forsberg shutting the door. And a good opportunity. Ottawa will play in Tampa Bay twice in February, consecutive games. Here's a blast from the point, handled by Forsberg high in the air, heading gingerly to the bench. Now Tkachuk and Amadi were out there. Bernard Docker grabs a hold of the puck for his shot. Vasilevsky steers it aside.
They're having to pick everything up and get it to that Ottawa bench.
And here comes Connor Geekie with speed, the wrister. And Forsberg got enough to keep it out. Power play marker from Drake Batherson. Senators looking to avoid 2 straight losses. Here's Batherson. Giroux driving to the net. Pass it through. And a goal! It's Josh Norris, and it's 2-0 for Ottawa.
Perfect position. It all starts with a great exit out of the zone. Sanderson to Batherson, flips it to the right side, and you can see Giroux's head is up all the time. And as he drags this puck down by the goal line, he forces Vasilevsky to make the first move, sends it back to Norris, and then Vasilevsky has trouble recovering.
40 seconds to go still on the power play as Tim Stützle moves in. Tkachuk, and Vasilevsky got a piece of that to steer it aside. Chabot passed it to Norris, who was quickly pressured. Brady Tkachuk finds it back. Chabot's out there. Norris, that's tipped back to Norris. So Chabot patrolling the blue line instead of Sanderson now at this moment. Here's Norris, Tkachuk, room, tried to flip it, top cheese, and Vasilevsky was there. Final minute of the first period, Anthony Cirelli, as Chabot may have taken a stick high. Play does continue. Radish from the point, blockered away by Forsberg. Amadio in over the blue line, a pass, Stützle, and Vasilevsky just was there as Tkachuk was parked at the doorstep. Here's Jensen. Sanderson shoots, Vasilevsky the save, and he hangs on. Puck comes back to Forsberg. It's Sanderson now, tipped ahead by Norris. Going after it is Batherson. Can he get there? Backhand to forehand, and Vasilevsky gets his glove on it.
Should have stopped play. Well, he didn't here, and as a result, Norris, with a simple chip, he knows that he's got Batherson streaking down that right wing. Batherson takes off as soon as that puck is turned over to the Ottawa Senators and flicked up into the air. He chases it down. It didn't have enough juice on it.
Cernak's pass as Pinto was in the vicinity. It's Jake Guentzel to Kucherov, back to Guentzel. He enters the zone. Jake Guentzel drops it back. Cernak a slapper, blocked by Pinto. Back on his skates, one-timer, and Kucherov scores! 7th of the season, he has scored in all 4 games to start off this campaign for Tampa Bay.
And what does that do? Because Pinto is hurt, he has trouble getting out on Kucherov. You see he escapes to that open ice. Pinto can't get out there because of the block shot. He's hurt, and as a result, Kucherov lets go of the one-timer.
Perbix making his way up the ice. His body. A chance now, Nick Paul waits, shoots. Trickled out, sent right back in. Vasilevsky leaves it for Hedman. Mosier moves it to Hagel. A chance for Cirelli, breaking in a shot. Goal! Nick Paul scores against his former team. First of the season, and this game is tied at 2 apiece.
Would go in and take this puck, but he doesn't. And that now forces the re-dump in of the puck. Now Ottawa has to regroup. That gives plenty of time and space for Tampa to break out. They send it up the middle of the ice. There's an opportunity here for 4 Ottawa players to collapse on that puck, move it out of harm's way. Nobody does it. Cirelli beats everyone. He touches it back.
And that allows Cirelli to try to move in. Hedman is along for the ride. So is Hagel. Here's Cirelli getting the pass back. Forsberg a save. Not 1, but 2. And Forsberg, does he still have it? Puck loose. Somehow it stays out. And Stützle diving to get the puck out of the Senators' zone.
Good save percentage for Amadio. He stopped that one from going and started to play goalie once the net was vacated by Forsberg.
Collision here near the Lightning boards. Puck stolen. Batterson's in. He scores!
The Ottawa Senators to break out back the other way. Batherson chases it down. Right shot to the right side. He simply outlasts Vasilevsky. Tucks it in off of that far post with not a lot of space to work with. Same thing can be said about Sanderson playing over 25 minutes a game. 25-38 coming into this afternoon.
Averaging the second most by a skater in the NHL, 22 and younger. Here's a save. Is that a goal? It is.
It is.
It looked like Forsberg had kept it out, but all of a sudden, Tampa Bay has tied it up, and that's Jake Guentzel's first goal as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Kucherov, you're playing with point, but the hands here are spectacular. He knocks that puck down, and as he does so, instead of throwing it behind the net, he simply throws it right at the net, and he hits the short side. Forsberg leaves literally a puck width open there, and somehow Guentzel's able to find it.
The puck was on edge, too. Definitely a harder read for a goaltender, but...
And then Paul ends up in the box.
Ottawa wins the draw, and they work to keep it in. Norris moves it to Tkachuk. He's upended. Here's Drake Batherson. Back to Stützle. Waits one timer. Vasilevsky ready. Tkachuk scores!
Batherson wins the battle, gets it to the backhand. Stützle. Now the one-timer is stopped, but Vasilevsky can't cover up the rebound, and Tkachuk, as he is wont to do, within 10 feet of that net, as soon as that puck drops, his stick is all over it. Look at Tkachuk, opens himself up. He goes to the backhand here. Once that puck is dropped, taps it through the legs of Vasilevsky. And John Cooper, you can see why he was so hot, because the Senators go on the power play. They end up scoring a goal, but the penalty to Nick Paul...
Head to Kucherov. Point tried to get that puck. The Senators get it. Short-handed opportunity. Here comes Shane Pinto. A pass across. Gregor scores! What a time for Noah Gregor's first goal in an Ottawa Senators uniform.
And patience here, watches this puck gets blocked. Pinto has it. He looks up like he's going to dump it down, but realizes, hey, wait, I have a 2-on-1 situation. Gregor, with that great speed, waits for Pinto to cross the line. When he does so, he takes off. He is not to be caught. And Noah Gregor finishes it off. Pinto doing a great job to find Gregor, who goes to the backhand. I got into 63 games at the Maple Leafs last year in a similar type of role. Fourth line PK.
Chabot played that well. The puck's in the net. And it's Mitchell Chaffee who cuts the deficit once again to 1 for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it goes off Stützle's sticks. And there's Stützle in center ice. Now he's coming back. As he comes back, this puck comes loose. It gets spun around, and Stützle's there. So too is Chaffee. And I'm not sure that Stützle maybe didn't push the stick of Chaffee or felt ashamed that he wasn't there to pick up Chaffee. Nonetheless, it's
empty net. Well, that's going to do it. Ottawa back into the win column, and they deliver the Lightning their first loss of the season.